Welcome to our channel. We are Caitlin and Patrick, two adventure seekers that recently sold all of our belongings to fulfill our lifelong dream of living sustainably. We purchased 15 acres of raw land in the mountains of East Tennessee. Since moving to our property, we have installed our solar system for all of our power needs and our rainwater catchment system for all of our water needs. Join us as we continue to build out our off-grid homestead in the mountains and navigate this adventure we call life. Alright, so that was a bust. The four-wheeler throttle cable is frozen. So our water pipes in the camper are frozen, unfortunately. So it's day 5 of being snowed in on the mountain here. I grew up in East Tennessee, lived here the majority of my life, and I've only ever seen this much snow one time, and that was when I was 3 years old. The issue is that we still can't get out of our property. Well, we got some snow.
Brand new canopy, we're already breaking it.
Yeah, well, we knew this was probably going to happen. Supposed to continue snowing into tomorrow, last I checked anyway, and then be in the negatives or at least 0 overnight for several nights. So I'd say we're probably going to be snowed in for the week, give or take.
It's already cold. Yeah.
If you throw that at me,
I'll throw it at you.
you better not.
Oh, that is very cold.
That's actually a pretty good snowball. What's up, guys?
Howdy.
As you can see, our property has turned into a winter wonderland, and we're about to have some fun in it. First, we're going to get a fire started out here on the patio, or deck, so that we have a place to warm up. And yeah, we're looking forward to playing in the snow. We actually have a lot of good snow gear, but none of it is up here. It's actually in our storage unit, which is like an hour away. So we're doing the best we can with what we got today.
Yep.
So probably won't be out here too long.
Obviously no work getting done today. This is going to be a play day.
Oh yeah, we're just going to have some fun until we freeze, and we've already got, what, like 4 inches right now?
Roughly,
give or
yeah.
take, more maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, it's still coming down pretty hard, so.
Yeah, we can't get off our mountain, so we might as well make the best of it.
Yeah, we don't have chains. We probably should get some, but this is kind of rare to get this much snow up here, yeah. So. But yeah, next year I think chains would be a good idea just in case we have to get out. We've got the four-wheeler. We can get out probably with it, but we have nowhere to go, so.
That's right.
Well, that's some fun. Thanks for joining. That was very anticlimactic, guys. You look so cute, though. You look so cute.
Give that jacket about 3 minutes on him.
You look so stinking cute, Axel.
Bro. We're working here.
Oh yeah, fire's going good now.
Yep. Well, that was exciting. Why are you digging your feet in?
I didn't know you were doing some fishing.
Oh, why?
He's liking it though.
don't think the snow's deep enough either. What's your idea? Axel's freaking out up there. What's that boy doing? Oh goodness. There's the zoomies. He choked on the snow and now he's got the zoomies.
Well, but I've got an idea. It's going to require some conduit.
Not a good start. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
But now we're gonna head inside, get some hot cider.
Yeah. Clearly she's a lot better at that kind of stuff than I am, which is why she's the one that taught me to snowboard and attempted to teach me to water ski.
Yeah, I grew up like on the lake with my grandparents and skiing, snowboarding, or not snowboarding, skiing, wakeboarding, kneeboarding. So I think it kind of relates pretty well to this. But that was a lot of fun.
It also hurts to fall on the rocks.
Yeah,
and,
I banged up my elbow the one time I fell.
Yeah.
Not fun.
But it was fun. We'll be back out later. It's still
When
snowing.
it's icy, it'll be even more fun.
That's going to be dangerous.
Let me winch on forward. So our water pipes in the camper are frozen, unfortunately. So we melted a little bit of snow today as needed, but just came out to the pump house to see if we can get water out of here because these are insulated fairly well, and this is heated, so we got everything kind of going, and then this part was frozen, so I just sat here for, what, 10 minutes with the heat gun.
Yep.
Heating it up, and finally water's running, so we're going to take a couple 5 gallons, put it in the camper, and use it for water until our water lines fall out. The problem is our water lines are underneath the camper, but insulated, which is a good thing, but obviously it wasn't enough in this weather. And we have some lows in the teens, or even 0, I think, or -5 tonight.
So,
Like that.
yeah, tonight it's supposed to be wind chill at the -10 to 15 range.
So we're gonna put these in the camper and use them for different things. Of course, we still have snow, and then once the snow melts, we can also leave. But glad we're at least able to get some water here. We have plenty of water in the camper. We just can't access it because it won't run through the pipes. But yeah, so hopefully this will get us through until it warms back up and the pipes thaw out.
I'm shivering.
Because we
It's so
can't
cold.
really like heat gun the bottom of the camper when it's just insulation. We don't really know where the lines are. So, you know, just doing the best we can.
Yep, Polar Vortex 2024.
Yep. What's up, guys? So we're still clearly snowed in for the most part. I'm actually going to take a 4-wheeler ride down our road a little ways and kind of see how bad, assess the situation, see if we're able to get out if we needed to. So yeah, come along, join us. It's 15 degrees outside. I don't know how far I'm going to get because my face is already really cold. I have a face mask, but it's not up here, so we'll see. But yeah, come on, we'll check it out. Well, it may not be going anywhere. Our throttle cable is frozen. Trying to let it warm up a little bit. See if we can get it to heat up that hydraulic line. And yeah, so I may not be going next door in the room. So that was a bust. The four-wheeler throttle cable is frozen. Put the heat gun on it for a minute trying to get it to warm up some, but it worked, but it's still stuck in a high throttle, so not smart to be driving it down a mountain. Unfortunately, I was hoping I could get it to work, but even if I can get it to work, I'm afraid that maybe it'll get stuck again. And we have a winch, but I don't have to winch my way all the way back up the mountain. Probably kill the battery doing that too. So anyway, we're just gonna leave it be, but the view is beautiful today. We can actually see it for once, which is nice. So yeah, we'll maybe try to explore the road tomorrow. Although it's going to be colder. So we normally have our four-wheeler in our four-wheeler shed right back there, but we've had a rat living in there for a little bit. We thought we got rid of it, but turns out we didn't. And he actually chewed on some of the wires of the four-wheeler, so we fixed those, we believe, but we don't really want to park it back in there until we know he's actually gone. I think we've secured it in a way that he can't get back in, but we've thought that several times and he's been back. So until we know for sure, we don't want to put the four-wheeler in there because it's not a cheap piece of machinery, and if he continues to chew on it, it's just going to be wasting our money. So that's why it's outside. Otherwise, it potentially could work. I don't know. It's not a heated shed, so it might have the same issue, but it is what it is. Hi guys, so it's day 5 of being snowed in on the mountain here. We do have some sunshine today. We had actually a good bit of sunshine yesterday. We ended up getting about 10 inches of snow overall, which is a lot for East Tennessee. I grew up in East Tennessee, lived here the majority of my life, and I've only ever seen this much snow one time, and that was when I was 3 years old. This is our driveway here. We have been having some issues with the four-wheeler. Part of the reason, or a lot of the reason we got a four-wheeler was for this kind of issue, so that we could still get out. There's a little market at the end of our road. I mean, it's several miles away, but you know, they sell pretty much everything you would need in a situation like this. Yeah, with that throttle cable being a little finicky, just didn't seem like a good idea. Kind of had a mind of its own at times. I kind of test drove up and down the driveway some, and it would kind of throttle up on its own, and it just doesn't feel safe when there's 100+ foot drop-offs on one side going down our road here. So a lot of you that live up north are probably like, well, you guys weren't very prepared for this, and well, you'd be correct. Like I said, this is unusual. You know, obviously they were calling for snow, but in my experience, you know, they call for 10 inches of snow, we get a dusting. They call for a dusting, we may get 10 inches. So I don't know. We thought we were pretty prepared. We had as much propane as we were able to have up here in our tanks. They were all full, and as much gas as we were able to have up here as well, to make sure that we can keep the generator running on those days where we didn't get any sun. We blew through a lot of that pretty quick because we were having to run heaters in every space that we have. So late last night, or not late, yesterday afternoon, it was pretty sunny, but it was about 22 degrees. So we decided it was probably the best time to try to get out of here if we were going to be able to, because of the sunshine, and to assess the road situation. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get the four-wheeler working, was to at least just go check out the road and see, okay, we can't go down with a truck, or we can. So obviously that didn't work out. I'm going to try to get it running today, but we were able to get the truck down the mountain safely. We could not get it back up the mountain, so we went and filled up a couple of propane tanks, all of our gas tanks, and parked it at the bottom of our mountain, which is about a mile and a half straight down. We're about 2,200 feet elevation here, and I would imagine that's probably like maybe at the most 1,100 feet, maybe even less than that. So you can imagine what the hike was like coming up to our property. yesterday evening. You know, hoofing it up here 1.5 miles, about 1,000 feet probably in elevation gain, and carrying as much as we could. We bought extra water. Our pump house is still working at the moment. Our camper water lines are still frozen, so we're hoping today that they will warm up and that we can go ahead and just get all the water out of the camper, because we're still going to be seeing lows in the negatives for several days. So I don't think this is going to be anything that's going to be resolved anytime soon. We do have water, we have food, we have the necessities and the essentials to survive up here. But we will be buying chains for the truck soon, because if we had chains, we definitely could have gotten back up here. We don't have a plow because this isn't common here. If we do get snow, it typically is gone within a day or two. So there's really no reason to own a plow. We may rethink that now, but I mean, this is a every 20-year storm. It's not something that is very common up here. So, but chains I think are definitely going to be a necessity, and figuring out how to keep the four-wheeler warm. We still have things in the truck at the bottom of the mountain. Pat's actually hiking down there now to get more, and then he'll be back, I don't know. And I mean, he's been gone over an hour, but I don't know. It took a while last night because it's very icy and snowy. But yeah, so we are figuring things out. But I don't know if it was the smartest thing for us to leave yesterday, but we do have plenty of fuel and propane now, so it probably was worth it. And yeah, it looks like we're probably going to be stuck up here until probably Wednesday. We're gonna leave we are going to leave the truck at the bottom of the mountain because there's just no way it's coming up here, and I don't think it would be smart to try and come up here just to for him to turn around and have to leave. So we're gonna leave it down there. I think he's probably gonna hike back down tonight and drive to Knoxville to stay with my family, my parents, so that he can catch his flight on Monday without having to try to drive with more snow on the ground. So, but anyway, yeah, don't be like us. Be prepared. But we're okay. We have warmth and we have food. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't have that right now. So we're thankful for that, for sure. And it definitely could be worse. And we'll make it through. And once all this melts, it'll be something of the past. Something to look back on and laugh at how stupid we were. But yeah, we'll know better for next time. We'll have chains for the next time we get an inch of snow, which is what we usually get. So anyway, it is beautiful though. It is very beautiful, but we're kind of over it at this point.
Slow and steady wins the race, right? Oh God, these things are heavy. I think I have ice in my beard. It's actually warm today. It's a balmy 28 degrees out here, and I'm sweating, which is not what you want in weather like this, because as soon as you stop, you freeze. So, but unfortunately, I'm not in the kind of shape to make it up this mountain in one go. So I'm gonna have to stop. Oh boy. Sure is pretty, but man, I'm ready for warmth.
We also haven't picked up the camera in several days. Honestly, we've been just trying to scramble to figure out what we're gonna do, if we're gonna try to leave or stay here, and what supplies we need to make it through, because today is Wednesday? No, it's Thursday. And it's not looking like I'm gonna be able to get out of here until probably next Wednesday. So making sure I have enough fuel if I need to run the generator, and enough propane to keep everything heated. So once we have our house built, this shouldn't be such an issue, because we're gonna use a wood stove to heat it. And we have plenty of wood. We just still have to kind of process some of it, but that'll happen before the house is built. So in the future, we'll be much more prepared. You know, we had freezing cold temperatures this time last year. Not much snow though, I mean a few inches, but the camper water lines only froze one time for like a little bit. Like by the time the sun came up the next day, they were frosted and defrosted, and we were able to use it. So yeah, we never put skirting around the camper because it hasn't really been an issue yet, and we may have to. We kind of put some boards up there the best we could, but I mean, it's not airtight, so it's only doing as much as it can. But yeah, we basically, once our house is built, this shouldn't be as much of an issue because we'll have it very well insulated. All of our incoming water pipes will be really well insulated. So not to say it couldn't happen, but it's less likely than with the camper. Luckily, the camper plumbing is all PEX, which can expand, I think, double its size. So shouldn't be, hopefully, any damage to it. Once it thaws out, it should just be able to resume use as usual. So we'll see though. We'll keep you updated on that. And if not, we'll just fix it because we have to have running water. But we've been making do without running water. Definitely feel like I'm living on a little house on the prairie right now. But we have power. That's the positive. So it's been a few hours since I picked up the camera. I was able to get the 4-wheeler to work. I was able to get the throttle cable to not be frozen anymore. But unfortunately, there's some other issues where the rad chewed a few of the cables. One of them is the oxygen sensor. Didn't look like he chewed through the cables, but started smoking. So, and it was running really rich. Would make sense if the oxygen sensor isn't working properly. Not only that, but the radiator cables that he wired that we tried to repair, the radiator fan is not working either, so we're gonna have to figure out something with that. But as of right now, it's just not gonna be able to be used. But I don't think it would be the safest bet to try and get down our mountain with it anyway. So it is what it is. We got it back under the cover at least, so that when we get our snow tonight, we're not getting it covered in more snow. But yeah, I'm gonna have some repairs to do when it warms back up, so we're not in this position again. Very unfortunate. Well, as you guys can see, it's snowing again. I'm gonna get over here so I'm not getting soaked. Run over the icicles. Yeah, it's not snowing super hard, but where we've already cleared some of the walkways, it's probably at least a half an inch of snow on them now. But yeah, we're not getting out of here, or I'm not getting out of here. I'm alone now. Pat had to leave for work, so yeah, I'm gonna be stuck here probably till at least Wednesday. Sorry about the generator. Obviously, we're not getting any sun right now, so. But yeah, probably where we're gonna leave you guys this week. Like and subscribe if you haven't already to find out what happens if we make it out of here and win, and if this happens again, which I don't know that it will, but you never know, I guess.